All right, y'all. We live, we live, we live. We live today for the Diddy sentencing. So we found out if Diddy gonna get free or he gonna get time.
Stream of the Sean Diddy Combs sentencing. We're here in front of the federal courthouse, right there, where Sean Diddy Combs is expected to hear his fate. How long will he spend in prison? The sentencing guidelines call for 10 years on both charges. That's 10 years apiece on the two charges of the Mann Act. He was convicted of flying his ex-girlfriends and male escorts around the country for sex. He was acquitted of the two other charges that would have had him in jail for the rest of his life: racketeering, the RICO Act, and sex trafficking. Now, Diddy is expected to address the court. In a letter he sent to the judge last night, he apologized. He said that he was sorry for the things that he did, and he acknowledged the things that he did. For example, the tape that we saw of him beating up Cassie, he said he would never want anyone to do that to his daughters. He also said that he understands saying, "I'm sorry," is not enough, and it won't make up for the things he did, but he feels like the 13 months he spent in jail, awaiting trial, while on trial, and now awaiting sentencing, are enough time, and that he's reformed himself. In the letter, he talked about the things he's done in jail, including a program for inmates who are in jail with him. He
What's
was
up? What's up,
teaching
y'all?
them
What's up?
life skills, and he said that he feels like he's atoned. And he also said to the judge in the letter that he will not be in court again. He will not commit another crime. Now, there's already a line outside court of people who want to get in. That's because that's the only way to see Diddy. He won't be showing up at this front door. He's brought in from the jail in Brooklyn, underground and through a back entrance. To be able to see him, you have to be in court. And we have two reporters in court who will join me later to tell everyone what they're seeing. But I know the last time I was in court with Diddy, it's a very different man than the one we all know. Sean Diddy Combs now has gray hair. He has a gray beard, a gray goatee. Now, when he addresses the court today, he will be allowed to wear his own clothes, which is something he was allowed to do while on trial. He dresses in a very sort of preppy fashion with khaki pants, sweaters, button-down shirts underneath. And we're also told that his defense will show a video, a 15-minute video. I was able to watch the video, and it shows Combs with his family. He's got 7 children. It shows Combs working in the community. It shows Combs opening the charter schools that he opened in Harlem. It shows him with his mother. She's 84 years old. And in the letter that he wrote to the judge, he also said that he wants to be let out so he could spend time with his mother and his 7 children, the youngest, who is 2 years old. Now, most of his children do show up for his court appearances, and we're expecting them as well as his mother. Most of his kids are teens or adults, and they've been a constant presence in the courthouse. He always turns around in court, and he always looks at them. He always gives a love sign with his hands. And we're expecting the same thing today. Now, court is going to start at 10 Eastern time here in New York. And we're expecting a full day, according to what we've been told. There'll be people addressing the court. There'll be Sean Diddy Combs addressing the court. There'll be that video I mentioned of him being played for the court. And then the judge will have to decide. Prosecutors want him to spend at least 11 years in prison. That's what they're asking the judge to give him. But Diddy's own defense team has said he should get out in 14 months, which is basically time served already. That is completely up to the judge. As I said, sentencing guidelines call for 10 years on each count of the Mann Act, and he was found guilty on 2 counts of the Mann Act for transporting his then girlfriend Cassie and another girlfriend who testified under the pseudonym Jane around the country along with male escorts for sex acts. Now, when Cassie testified in court, she spent almost a week. She broke down on the stand in tears, relating some of the things that she says he did to her. Also, during the trial, we saw that infamous video of Sean Diddy Combs beating up Cassie in a hotel hallway. As I said before, he was acquitted on the two charges that would have carried a maximum time in prison. He was acquitted on racketeering, the RICO Act, which was running his business like a criminal enterprise. He was acquitted on that. He was also acquitted on the charge of sex trafficking, but he was found guilty for flying around his girlfriends and male escorts for the purpose of sex. Now, he said he's not guilty, and his lawyers had said that he was not guilty, and that what he did in his bedroom was his private business, and that he took videos, but he was not doing anything that anyone else wouldn't be doing in the privacy of their own bedroom. Now, let's take another look here at the federal courthouse. The line of people trying to get in, those are mainly reporters, but some interested parties. People started lining up on Wednesday to get into this courtroom because that's the only way they'll be able to see Diddy. We have lines. There are line sitters out there, people who have told me that they would sell their seat for $400. Some are employed by television news networks, by news companies, by newspapers and magazines, so that they can get prime seating. Our AP reporters in the court already have prime seating because they have permanent passes. So they don't have to wait on that line. They're able to enter the court with their permanent pass, and they'll be seated in the courtroom to watch as Diddy is sentenced. Stay with AP News, stay with AP News live stream for the latest. We have a lot more on our website, apnews.com, and on the AP News app. You'll be able to see stories about Diddy. You'll be able to read the latest. We have videos, we have audio where we discuss the trial, and we'll have guests joining us in the later hours. We have AP entertainment reporter Maria Sherman talking about his career and what's next for Diddy. In fact, in his letter to the judge, Diddy said that he's no longer all about the fame and fortune. He just wants to be let out to spend time with his loved ones. We'll also later on in our live stream hear from Larry Neumeister, who's in court now. And also Mike Sisak, another court reporter, will join us later on. And we were told that this sentencing could take all day. So stay with AP News on our AP News live stream for the latest on the Diddy sentencing. I'm Julie Walker.
All right, y'all. All right. About to find out with Diddy, what type of time they about to give him. Now they say he could face up to 11 years in prison. That's what they looking. The prosecutors looking to give him, looking to the judge to sentence him to 11 years. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna have time served because he's been in there for a minute. So yeah, that's what we here for, y'all. We waiting on the sentencing of Sean P. Diddy Combs. Yep. They said not about the fortune and fame. Shit.
Afraid because they're afraid that Who's afraid? The victims?
Some of the victims are afraid that because he knows their names, because the defense was given their names as potential witnesses, that he may get out and try to retaliate against them. So many of them are in fear of that, and they'd like to see justice served. And they couldn't be here today because they don't necessarily live in New York, and that's why I'm here.
Do you think Donald Trump will pardon President Trump? Do you think President Trump will pardon Diddy?
I don't know what President Trump will do.
Are you concerned about that? And afraid of you?
Don't know President Trump.
Who are you?
I'm good.
So why are you here today?
Just honestly, obviously this has impacted my life in a way that I can't even really describe. And it's been really like a crazy couple of months for me. So just with it all coming to kind of like a final conclusion, I just...
Closure, you're saying?
Yeah, it's kind of like a closure scenario for me, just coming down to it. I mean, if this in fact ends up being closure.
What do you think is going to happen today? What are you hoping for as far as sentencing is concerned?
I mean, my honest opinion is time served.
So you think he's time served?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what should happen. The way the judge has been with, denying the bails and the multiple motions, it doesn't look that way. But, I'm somebody that I look at it purely based on what the law says. And, it's kind of hard to fathom somebody getting that much time for what is called transportation, prostitution. So, that's what I would want to happen based on my experience. And then I have to say this, after the trial, for some reason, a lot of the male sex workers were trying to like come together and speak and have like some type of coalition, which was odd. But a lot of, almost all of them had the same experience I had with not seeing any signs of distress and stuff like that. So, when you start getting more details about it, you kind of question.
How would this all make you feel? It must all be quite triggering, bringing back all of these memories from everything that happened.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This has been extremely life-changing for me. I think for the people who actually followed the case and, really know the details, I probably landed on my feet pretty decently in terms of how I'm perceived. But, there's a lot of ideology and opinion and misinformation that you just got to manage. For the rest of my life, you put my name.
Have you received any backlash on social media? How's that been like for you online? Has everything been okay? Obviously, because you've spoken out.
Yeah, I mean, it's you do get a great deal of negativity, and unfortunately, a lot of the negativity is based around misinformation. People making accusations that I wasn't even a part of. I get people sending me negative messages about her possibly getting urinated on.
Mama, how'd you feel? Mom, I miss my mom. Yeah, this is the judge. It's Judge
Y'all think Diddy gonna get time served? They gonna let him out, or you think he gonna get that 11 years? Yeah, we definitely gonna cover that Keefe G trial too. Yeah, he said definitely see however he faced other court. Yeah, he still got to deal with a lot of lawsuits as well. He got a lot of pending lawsuits.
Frank, Frank, when all said and done, listen, I see how that's what you did with him, too. No, no. Let me know what are you going in for? Yep. ladies. Around the corner, revolving door. Straight up. Excuse me, sir. Don't tell me how to get to. What's up, girl? Hopefully it starts with 10. Somebody was saying number 2. She already said. Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Hat? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I texted you. Hey, how you doing? I said, yeah. How you doing? Good to see you, man.
Boy, Big Mike. You're not following Big Mike on TikTok. He's so good.
Come back.
Good morning. How you guys feeling today?
Justice or injustice today for you? What y'all think? Justice or injustice? God bless y'all. You need more than love.
Over the shoulder, please. How are you feeling this morning?
Diddy coming home?
Brandon, you saying family? Let's back up a little bit.
Yeah, I got back up a little bit, please. Yo, are you even fucking fresh? No.
Over the shoulders.
Christian, what up? Christian, justice or injustice today? I'll be right here when you get back. Lucci, what up, man?
How you feel today, Lucci?
Lisa. Justice or injustice today? What y'all think? You want this mic? Behind it.
They gotta be playing copyright music in this shit.
Everybody. Oh shit.
And more glamorous people walking by.
Yes. Don't wait online. Straight on. Set up the quest. Just have the papers out. Hey.
He by nobody, man. When I was talking, I'm doing what I have to do. She was behind me. She's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I was like, I'm not touching you.
you're touching me. I walked across the street. She followed me.
So at any point did you break the tap?
No, whenever she's throwing up her hands, I went like this to defend myself. I use justification to defend myself.
He attacked you with the tap?
Yes, from on your property to across the street. From your property to across the street. Anything else?
So
yeah, no problem, bro. No.
I don't know what the hell they just did. I'll reset to see what happens. Oh, they must have paused it. Yep. I don't know what this commotion is going on out there. Trash, naughty by nature looking ass niggas.
Testing 1, 2, 3. This is the right microphone. This is the you hear me in the correct microphone. So P. Diddy is inside. P. Diddy is inside. He's before the judge. He's about to be sentenced.
All right, y'all. We about to find out what they about to give Mr. P. Diddy Combs up there. We about
At
to
the
see if
courthouse,
they.
P. Diddy is inside before the judge. He's about to speak. The judge will render his sentence.
All right, let's see. Let's see what the outcome gonna be for Mr. P. Diddy Combs. They got us shadow banned too, cause this motherfucking live stream ain't reaching shit. They got us shadow banned, shadow banned. They got our channel shadow banned like a motherfucker, boy.
arriving to the courthouse, and that was not long before his children got here. The early minutes of this hearing expected to be pretty technical with the judge.
Good morning. Welcome to the AP News live stream of the Sean Diddy Combs sentencing. We're here at federal court in Lower Manhattan, the building behind me where the 55-year-old Combs will learn his fate. Prosecutors are pushing for at least 11 years behind bars. Combs' attorneys say it should be 14 months. He's already served 13 months in jail while he was awaiting his trial, during his trial, and then while he was awaiting his sentencing. He had asked for bail. He had asked to be let out on bail, but the judge declined. So now he's going to find out what his fate will be. His family is here as well. They arrived a short time ago. 6 of his 7 children and his 84-year-old mother. They all emerged from vans in front of the courthouse. There was a big push for media to get to them. They were behind barricades as the family walked in. They've been here through much of the trial to support him. His mother here every day to support him. She wrote a letter to the judge asking for leniency, saying she knows her son is not perfect, but he deserves to be let out to spend what time she has left as an 84-year-old with her and with the rest of his family, his children. Several of his children also wrote letters to the judge, and Sean Diddy Combs wrote a letter to the judge saying that he's sorry for what he did. He knows just saying sorry is not enough, but he says he's a reformed man. He won't be back in criminal court again, and that he feels like he's ready to be let out and move on with his life. He wants to be back with his family, to be a father to his children. At the same time, Cassie, his former girlfriend, who was one of the prosecution's star witness against him, also wrote her own letter to the judge saying Combs is not a reformed man and that he should be put in prison. He should not be let out. The judge having to weigh a lot of letters from people, and also we'll hear from Sean Diddy Combs in court. He's going to have his chance to address the judge directly. The defense will also have a chance to address the judge, as will the prosecution. And then Combs made a video. It's an 11-minute video. It goes over his life, his music career, his bad boy entertainment producing career. It shows the schools in Harlem, the charter schools that he opened. It's just basically an overview of his life, painting him in a picture that he hopes will be favorable to the judge to let him out. Now, again, I mentioned Cassie earlier, his former girlfriend. Of course, Combs was convicted on 2 counts of the Mann Act for flying around his girlfriends and male escorts for the purpose of sex. Those are prostitution-related charges. They carry a sentence of 10 years in prison each. He was convicted of 2 of those Mann Act charges. He was acquitted on the more serious charges that would have landed him in prison for the rest of his life. That was sex trafficking and also racketeering, the RICO Act. Now, the jury acquitted him of those 2 more serious charges. Now, again, he's expected to address the judge and address the courtroom where his family is now there. And, some of the things we've seen out here, a large crowd in front of the courthouse and a lot of reporters. In fact, people started getting in line for the court Wednesday, sleeping on the street overnight. Those were mainly line sitters, people who wanted to hold a space and sell it for someone else who wanted to actually be in court. Cameras are not allowed in court, so we won't be able to see Sean Diddy Combs, but there will be sketches of him. He's a very different man than what we are used to. He's completely gray, his hair gray, his beard gray, his goatee gray. hair dye not allowed in court. Hair dye not allowed in jail. One thing he has told the judge in his letter is that he is a reformed man. He is a changed man. He talked about his time spent in jail teaching other prisoners life skills. That's one of the things he said he's most proud of, that the other prisoners were asking him for advice on business, and he was able to teach a course to them about how to act, how to do business, how to have some life skills. And also he said that he told them about how sorry he was for what he did. Now, again, he wrote a letter to the judge, and that was released yesterday. And in that letter, he does say that I've had to look in the mirror like never before. My pain became my teacher, my sadness, my motivator. I have to admit my downfall was rooted in my selfishness. So he talked about how he was sorry for the things he did to his ex-girlfriends. We, of course, in court saw that widely publicized video of Diddy beating up Cassie in the hotel hallway. And then Cassie, one of the other things Cassie said in the letter to the judge was that it wasn't until that video came out that Combs finally took accountability for what he did to her. Cassie said prior to that, Sean had denied any physical violence with her. And then once the world saw that video, he actually apologized and said that it wasn't him. Another thing he tells the judge in his letter is that he's been able to be drug and alcohol free for the 13 months he has been in jail. It's been like a substance abuse program for him, and he's never been alcohol and drug free prior to that. Another thing that he told the judge, I lost my way. I got lost in my journey, lost in the drugs and the excess. So again, in this 4-page letter that he sent to the judge, he's taking responsibility. But Cassie, one of the star witnesses for the prosecution and his former girlfriend, said to the judge in her own letter, no, he's not. He's not sorry. He needs to be held accountable. She wants him to spend more time in prison. Again, the prosecution asking for 11 plus years. Diddy's own lawyers and Diddy saying that he deserves to be out of jail now. He served 13 months. They only want him to serve 14. Again, we're awaiting word from inside the court where we have 2 reporters to find out exactly what's going on, but we believe that Combs will address the court, and we know that there will be an 11-minute video of him shown to the judge. The judge weighing what prosecutors want against what Combs' defense team wants. Combs learning his sentence. Outside federal court in Lower Manhattan, I'm Julie Walker. Stay with apnews.com and our AP app for more information on the Sean Diddy Combs sentencing.
But I told him that day.
This way. Come this way, come this way, come this way, come this way. This way, come this way, come this way. Around this way. Okay? Got it. He might get I think they should let him go time, sir.
It's been an interesting case. I think, you know, I think I think I can buy it.
Give him 18 months.
No, I don't think
Let him have time, sir.
the fact that it says he has to you know, not to I can think of what he got let out.
But the judge, you know, the judge got an ego like got out for himself. You know, what I mean? So, what's gonna happen? This is my good OG right here.
Well, what's that?
My OG right here. We built all in the summer. We was any crazy since October, bro.
Yeah, we all
So,
last time we was out here was in July.
This BSI came back 51 to 63 months. I see the judge giving them 5 years and telling them to take care of yourself, get your mind right. You know what I'm saying?
You've been real critical of this. You've been real broken.
If they free him, they got to free R. Kelly too. Come on, like listen. Yes, because listen, if the women can abuse, right? You can't slap. You already gave him a slap on the wrist by him not getting found guilty on the RICO. The RICO is up the river right there. That's cool. That's it. You lose your money, everything.
R. Kelly don't have the money, did he? And that makes and it's the thing.
But that's why R. Kelly is locked up right now. See, R. Kelly's supposed to be JC rich. R. Kelly wanted his masters back, his publishing back. And guess what? If he gets all his publishing back, he corners the market. R&B music never underlies, never go away. Rap eventually goes out because as time goes on, things change, people evolve, things different. Like you ain't listening to Big Daddy Kane. You don't hear Big Daddy King music blasting all through here in 2025. He did, yeah, he do. You don't hear LL running around here saying I'm bad and all that. You understand that? Like you know, it's messages behind music like KRS-One. These people ain't making no money like how they could in the 80s.
So let me ask you this. So this is how I feel like I played. To me, the fair thing to do is give him time serve 18 months fine. I'll be fair. I feel like, but because they want to make it because I put out, you know, things they did. I think like 36. They put it from 51 months.
No, 63 months.
63. So basically 5 years.
They really know. The prosecution really want him. They push it for 11 years. Right. They can't give him 11 years. Yeah, no, not just that, but they can't give him 11 years because the way the feds go, they go by numbers. sentencing, right? So they got the sentencing guidelines chart. He has an offense level, and the highest of his offense level is what they can give him. They can't go over the offense level because if they do that, it would be a illegal sentence. They'll shoot it back down. You know what I'm saying? So if this is 51 to 63 months that this PSI recommended, the judge can give him 63 months. If the judge goes over that, then no. We'll see. Follow me on Big Mike 66 and on YouTube Big Mike 66. Look, y'all following the baddest man in the land, man. Y'all continue to follow him.
You remember that? Should be down here.
I remember you was there. Listen, I remember you was getting ready to get thrown down. I was getting loose. I was like,
hey, look, something happened just now. Dude.
The fake Tupac.
The fake Tupac. So I offered him some food. So he tried to pass it. You know how I hold it down. I'm like,
I know. I seen you over there. I seen when you was
but I didn't match his energy as far as like I was stern, but still showing him love because I know not right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, you want some food? So he calmed down, you know. So you know how it is.
Yeah, it looked like he broke out too.
Yeah, good. We met. You know how it is.
All day, man. All day.
Just see you.
So usually to me,
good honorable minutes. You know what I mean?
10 to 15, 5 to 15%.
I'm out of here to that little man, get that Sean Brown, man.
It's right. And that was a Hail Mary, you know. I mean, and the judge saw by that too, they were creating this notion, like, you know, they wanted this to be entirely, like, the judge, much more than the judge hates having to stay there for we believe these are honorable creatures, but in reality, like, they just want to go home and leave work. So anybody that ties up and makes them stay longer, so that was a weird Hail Mary. I mean, I don't think it will really make that much impact. And if you're paying attorneys all this money, and they'll do it really close. I think Judge needs it. I think it literally, the way he looks at it, the way he talks down at him, the way he's very weak, but the way he almost barks when he addresses him, it's like he has some personal vendetta against him. That's why he's not taking any. And the other reason I say that is he's very tight knit, very serious. Like, I'm very good at I really think he's just like just so over the top and silly. And he made the jury laugh, right? The jury liked it. The jury's like, who is this guy cracking jokes? And the jury's like, great, now this is more entertaining to watch. Which means another reason I got up. I like the attorney, this is funny. The judge is out. The judge is like, up his ass. Chubby ass, like crappy. Chubby ass, like crappy. I don't even know. There's expression like some do not suffer gladly. And I think the judge felt like he was suffering. When he was watching the market. Thank you for asking. It's Dodge Lantis, D-O-D-G-E. I appreciate it. Dodge, D-O-D-G-E.
At least they should.
Lantis, L-A-N-D-S-L-A. Tell my audience right, that's very good conversation. Thank you. I appreciate it. And hey, if his son has a trial, I'll see you, right? Thank you.
No. I didn't follow this. He was just walking. So now they still want to know. Hey, I didn't follow this. I watched it.
I would try to do it because now it's less easy, right? It was only like, all right, stop. Why is that sugar baby? qualify also either sugar baby and if for some reason they don't, I'm hearing like having a sugar baby is not even
Two scenarios. The first scenario is I mean, he's a first-time offender. It's prostitution, crazy. I think on the worst case scenario, it might give him 36 months, 3 years. It's the worst case scenario. So I'm happy that I don't really know which one. I don't think I want to pop out because I'm a fan, per se, because I just think that the artist, fuck that he's mad, Sean Combs, he's flawed. You know what I mean? He's flawed, and I can separate the man from the business mode. You know what I mean? So I cannot discredit his culture, you can't discredit his business acumen, but as a human being, he's disturbed and he's flawed. But I think it's fair to let him out because he deserves the time and everything. But you know, a lot of times judges have egos too, they want to see the message.
And actually, last question for you. Do you think that this work is contagious in the industry?
Yeah, I think the era of the narcissistic maniacal CEO running amok and wild sex crazy era is over. I mean, I actually have a documentary that I did. It's called The Rise and Fall of the Black CEO. I talk about Puff Daddy, Suge Knight, Irv Gotti, Chris Hyde, and that whole genre of like those popular black CEOs. Financial issues, legal issues, and I think this is like the last hurrah of that era. The only one we have right now is Jay-Z. That's kind of low key. Black ass really get in trouble like that. You really smart and important.
I'll be seeing you.
I have one left. Do you think there's a last
I think it's always redemption because for who he is, and music is like a song of emotion. It taps into the spirit of emotion. He has so many memories and so many things that people like to do a comeback story. If he do come out, he has to be sincere and he has to really change his ways. And I think he's room for redemption for him.
Did they block this off completely? Oh, hey, you over here working it out? You not going inside? No, I'm about to go inside now. How about you? Go inside. I was looking good. I will not figure out. No entrance over here. I think they maybe it's right over. Restaurant. You're looking good. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
We don't have a result yet? It's late now. I thought by 10:50 would be a result. Do you know what CNN's saying about like what?
I'm literally just checking.
Yeah, I can't do it at the same time. I can't stream and check on your phone. I was thinking of going in, but then I was like, I could never. Yeah.
I was like, I don't feel like you know, with the phone, all the action is all the action is out here.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law, he said, interviewing, you know.
Wow.
He said the
So this could be happening. Wow. This could be happening until like 4 p.m. I might do 2 different parts of that. Because I was like, all I'll have to do is like film until they announce a verdict, which should be in 10 minutes. And I'm like, well, that might not be till 4, and I've been starving. Yeah. Save my day. Coming right in here. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's I can't record and then look at my phone at the same time. But then, yeah, now that I know, I'll know. Now I can sign up and I'll look at CNN updates. And CNN will probably say like verdict, sentencing will be announced in 20 minutes. You know how much advance they would give me? Probably 10, 20. Yeah, probably 10 or 20 minutes. But Richie, what brought you out here? Is that a curiosity? Oh, cool. Oh, nice. Oh, Lord. Well, yeah,
No, I'm going to go across the
Thank
street.
you. I appreciate that.
And chill. Dude, it's fragrant. I got a picture.
Alright, guys, we're gonna sign off.
Here. Oh, that's great. My finger is long enough. Go back. Hold up. Yep, no problem. Let's see how things turn out. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. See what's going on.
That door right there, that's where traffic coming out of. So, you know, I'm not moving from my not moving.
Okay, so it's a box, and they got 2 in the pack. All there. Right? Then,
I'm waiting for the words to come out, baby. The word in my chat is correct. We heard the people saying it ain't gonna be, they think it's gonna be 5 years. That boy back on the ground, right? I'm all outside. Yeah, I never said. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, baby. Oh, okay. Right.
I'll give it my best try. Try to get beat up.
Right now, on our on the watching whatever, and it's 2 hours from now, 5 hours from now, guys, just keep on catching up and share the love.
You cool with that? You want to hang with that for a second? Keep going straight.
¿Tú tienes un pasaje comprado, Robert?
You're incredible. Yeah. Oh, thanks for that.
Yes, I just got my coffee. Something is talking about that was so nice. Yeah, it's really running my mouth.
I mean, everybody. Big like reducing the requirements for trying to
No makeup. No, I didn't do makeup today. No, I didn't do no makeup today. I'm staying close by. And so I said, oh my God, 10 minutes away. I said, let me walk down. I'm staying there. Are you saying I'm expecting Yes. I like your glasses. Somehow.
All right, now vamos a aplicarla.
And Chevy Rovers, stash in the building with this chick named Malone from Daytona. When I was young, I want the phone up. I only hit chicks who wear beauty pageants, tricking and broken the skin at the ass. Gangsta
So Biggie do this. Big, small, ladies and gentlemen.
Move around a little bit. I gotta get a picture with you for that.
While we listen to Frank White, most of these girls be confusing me. I don't know.
Okay, this time. Okay, well, I'm near this.
Sit up, never like you know it's put you back here with the automatics. We gon' sit up tag.
I got it all, but I really need a wife at home. I don't really like it, so I would never spend the night alone. I got food, you would like the moon. Just every man's me. Don't tickle my fancy. I'm in Tiffany Nancy. That's not what my parents be. Need a girl that can stand me. Raise me a family. Go from trips to the land to the trips to the families. Most of these girls be confusing me. I don't know if they really know me or they using me. Maybe it's the money or maybe you ain't used to me.
I like nothing.
I need a girl that can choose me. Nobody gave me nothing how to do girl that makes me feel so inside. In my yeah, there wasn't a lot of women in my lifetime. I see a lot of women that got the right mind. I done had pretty chicks with all the right features and had chicks that only rock sneakers, cell phones and beepers and know how to feature. You bring a hard shit with I'ma keep it. Y'all find money in the game getting deeper. Give us some real shit. I need somebody I can share with. I need somebody like I need somebody that I can type. Wintertime in the full length snow white. Anytime we together feel so right. To the girl I've been looking for my whole life. God bless me, another insight. Because of you, I understand
Hey, Johnny Bella. I'm about you. Right there. There you go. Are you popping on TikTok? So is this just like oh yeah, I love it.
Just give us the who they put in this. Who they put for this? What did you say? Box 5? Box 2? Oh, man. What's the support for this? What's this for? What's this for?
That's me right there.
So I'm just saying, watch out.
And she gonna have them over there crying. My friend got everybody
Se hacen un resumen.
Sí, ya, espectacular.
Sí, pero sí es un conocido, Lieberman, claro, Lieberman no era dueño, fue gerente general de Univisión por mucho tiempo. Claro.
He's been behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn for about 13 months. Now, prosecutors are blasting Combs for, according to them, booking some speaking engagements in Miami next week, apparently assuming he'd be free to do it, saying that is the height of hubris. The prosecution's recommended 11-year, 3-month sentence reflects the conduct appropriately consistent with other similarly situated defendants and fully respects the jury's verdict. That is what the prosecution is saying. Now, Combs was not, as I said, Combs was convicted of the Mann Act, but he was not convicted of sex trafficking and of racketeering, which he was charged with. Those are the two charges that would have carried the maximum sentence of life in prison. As it is, the Mann Act, which is a prostitution-related charge, carries a 10-year sentence in prison. Again, prosecutors want him to be there for 11 years. His lawyers want him out seemingly immediately. He's served 13 months so far. Now, Combs is set to address the court. In a letter to the judge yesterday, he said that he's a changed man. He's a reformed man. He feels like the time he spent at the Metropolitan Detention Center was enough time to change him, to make him a better person. He says in the letter that he knows saying, "I'm sorry," is not enough, but he says he is sorry. Now, Cassie, the prosecution's star witness and Combs' former girlfriend, sent her own letter to the judge saying that he should get the maximum sentence, saying that he's not a changed man, saying that she doesn't believe him, and that when she said that she was assaulted, no one believed her, and he denied it until that infamous video came out of Combs beating up Cassie in the hotel hallway. Several other people have written letters to the judge, members of Combs' family, his mother. She's 84. She says, yes, my son has flaws, but he deserves to be out of jail and spend the rest of his time with her and with his 7 children. 6 of those children are in court now. They are teens and adults. The youngest, who's not there, is a 2-year-old. Those teens and adult children of Combs also wrote letters to the judge, pleading with him to let their father out, saying that he is a good man and he is a good father, and they want to spend time with him. And in Combs' own letter to the judge, which was 4 pages long, he talked about how he missed his children, how he missed important events with them, taking one to college, graduation, other events that he missed that were family time. And again, saying that he's changed, that one of the things that happened to him while he was in jail was that he was able to get off of drugs and able to get off of alcohol. He says he's been drug and alcohol free for 13 months, even though those things can be found in jail at times because they're smuggled in. He says he's not doing any drugs or any alcohol. He also told the judge in his letter that he believes that he will never be back in criminal court again, that he is leaving those ways behind him. He said he was appalled by the things that he had done, and again apologized for them. Now, one of the people who was set to speak today is no longer speaking. That's a former assistant, and she testified under the pseudonym Mia. And she had said that she's no longer speaking because prosecutors say she's no longer speaking because she felt intimidated by the defense after they wrote a letter to the judge. Now, the people who are speaking or who are supposed to speak are his children and two doctors who treated Combs and Combs himself. The trial took 6 weeks, just a little over 6 weeks, actually almost 2 months. We were done, though, by July 4th. So Combs has been waiting for sentencing since the beginning of July, and he's been waiting in jail. He asked for bail and was denied by the same judge. He asked for bail more than once and was denied. So it doesn't seem likely he'll be getting out anytime soon. However, no one knows. I mean, it's a big guessing game. And I just heard a cheer go up from the crowd behind me. And I'm not quite sure what's happening in court at this very moment. We do have reporters in court. I am waiting to get an update from them as we speak. But a cheer did go up from the crowd outside court. Now, the line to get into court started forming Wednesday. There were line sitters out here holding spaces for people willing to pay them. There were more line sitters on Thursday when we were here, and then when we got here at 6 a.m., there were people already outside court lined up to get in. That's the only way you're able to see what's happening, because none of the proceedings are broadcast. There are no cameras in court. And I think I'm hearing that there's a 5-minute break in court, and maybe that's why people were cheering. I'm not 100% sure. We did hear that cheer go up from outside court. Now, during the trial, I was here, and there was always a crowd outside court. There were always people cheering for something. So it's still not 100% sure, because the judge has a lot to go through and to get through before he's even sentenced. I want you to take a look at the media. There's a huge lineup of media here in front of the court. And this case has drawn national, if not international, attention, because Sean Diddy Combs is a music mogul. He ran Bad Boy, the music company. He produced people like Biggie, Smalls. He's very well known, and some of his rap actually changed the way the rap industry focused. I mean, one of the things that Combs did was make an 11-minute video that's going to be shown in court, and in that video, they talk about how he elevated rap music to be an aspirational way of life. Also in that video that the Combs team made, you see him with his family, you see him with his children, you see him out in the community, you see him at the charter schools he created in Harlem, you see him, going around the country, visiting people, uplifting people. But again, that's just one side, the side that Combs wants the judge to see and to take into account when he's being sentenced. Then there's the other side of Combs, the side we see in the video that was leaked of him beating up Cassie in the LA hotel room, in the LA hotel hallway. And Cassie reminded the judge in her letter that she doesn't think Combs has changed. She doesn't think he's reformed. She doesn't think he's sorry, and that he deserves the maximum sentence. I'm Julie Walker. You're watching the AP News live stream of the Sean Diddy Combs sentencing. For more, go to our website, apnews.com, or go to our AP News app.
Here.
That what? Oh, no. Why? I can't go live on it. They banned me for life. I never go see my video. Some videos go viral, but it's like, oh, like, fucking like,
If you crave nature but still shop online, Night and Day Herbals is your dream come true. Discover premium herbal soaps, shampoos, and CBD products. All organic, all for you. Shop now at nightandayherbals.com.